14 years of love. 14 years of loyalty. 14 years of a relationship fans believed could survive anything, and now smashed into pieces. Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin, the power couple that built their legacy in front of the cameras, are suddenly at the center of breakup rumors that no one saw coming. Until now. For years, they were the definition of ride or die. From love and hip-hop drama to emotional proposals. From ups and downs broadcast on national TV to whispers of secret fights behind the scenes. Fans thought Jim and Chrissy had weathered every storm. But today, everything has changed. Reports are swirling that their 14-year relationship has hit an unfixable breaking point. Alleged leaks claim betrayal. Insiders say jealousy. And the most chilling rumor of all? That the love story we thought was unshakable may have been over long before the public even knew. Fans are shocked. Supporters are devastated. Enemies are celebrating. And right now, the internet is demanding answers. What really tore Jim and Chrissy apart after more than a decade of love? And tonight, we're diving deep. The untold secrets, the betrayals, the arguments caught on camera, and the leaks behind the scenes that paint a very different picture of this so-called fairy tale. Because what looks like heartbreak on the surface may actually be the result of years of tension, years of pain, and one explosive secret that could destroy everything. Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin were never just another couple. They weren't just celebrities in love. They were the love story of reality TV. For more than a decade, fans followed every high and low of their relationship. From the glamorous red carpets to the raw, unfiltered fights that played out on camera. They became living proof that love could survive fame, money, and the chaos of reality television. Or at least, that's what we all believed. To understand the devastation fans are feeling right now, you have to rewind the tape to the very beginning. Chrissy and Jim's love story started long before the cameras. She wasn't just another girlfriend in the background. She was his rock, his partner, his fiercest defender. From day one, Chrissy made it clear she wasn't just standing behind Jim, she was standing beside him. And that energy only intensified when the two became central figures on Love and Hip. Who could forget the moment Chrissy proposed to Jim in 2011? A shocking, emotional, and completely raw TV moment that had fans crying, cheering, and debating all at once. It wasn't just a proposal, it was a declaration. Chrissy was willing to flip tradition upside down to secure her future with the man she loved. And Jim, while stunned, eventually embraced it. From that point on, their relationship became a cornerstone of the show. They fought, they cried, they made upend through it all. Audiences saw a couple that, despite their chaos, always found their way back to each other. But here's where the cracks started to show. Behind the fairy tale moments, Chrissy's frustrations grew louder. Time and time again, she expressed the same fear, that Jim wasn't ready to take the next step. Years went by, and while they were engaged, marriage never came. Fans began to notice. Each season brought the same tension, Chrissy wanting stability, Jim dodging the issue. For some viewers, it was entertainment. For others, it was heartbreaking. How long could Chrissy wait? How long could a woman stay loyal without seeing the future she was promised? Meanwhile, Jim's world was no less complicated. As a founding member of Dipset, his music career kept him in the spotlight. The pressures of fame, money, and constant touring created natural distance. Add in his reputation for being outspoken, his clashes with other industry figures, and the temptations of celebrity life, and suddenly the cracks in the relationship looked a lot deeper. And the drama wasn't confined to the cameras. Off-screen, the couple faced family conflict, most famously Jim's mother, Nancy, better known to fans as Mama Jones. Her rocky relationship with Chrissy became its own subplot on Love and Hip Hop, creating public tension that spilled far beyond the screen. Mama Jones didn't hold back her criticisms, and Chrissy, never one to bite her tongue, often fired back. Still, through it all, fans believed the couple's love was unshakable. Even when Chrissy walked away from the reality show, frustrated with the constant drama, She and Jim continued their journey on spin-offs like Chrissy and Mr. Jones, giving viewers glimpses of their life outside the main franchise. But the same questions always lingered. Where was the wedding? Why, after so many years, hadn't they tied the knot? In interviews, Jim would often brush it off, saying marriage wasn't the measure of their love. Chrissy, meanwhile, would hint at her disappointment but assure fans she was standing by her man. And for a while, that seemed enough. Their bond, messy, passionate, chaotic, became a symbol of commitment without convention. 14 years together in an industry where most relationships don't survive too. That had to mean something. But as time dragged on, whispers began. Insiders claimed Chrissy was growing tired of waiting. Others said Jim's lifestyle, filled with parties, late nights, and constant industry pressure, was wearing down her patience. And some, more bluntly, claimed loyalty wasn't always returned in kind. Still, no matter the rumors, the couple always presented a united front. They laughed off gossip, dodged uncomfortable questions, and showed up hand in hand to public events. Until now, because in the last few months, that united front has begun to crack in ways fans can't ignore. Fewer joint appearances, cryptic social media posts, rumors of explosive fights behind closed doors, and finally leaks suggesting that the 14-year relationship may have quietly reached its breaking point. The shocking question is, what really happened? Was it the years of waiting, betrayal, outside pressure, or something even more shocking, something so explosive it could rewrite everything we thought we knew about Jim and Chrissy's love story? Because the truth is, no relationship falls apart overnight. It builds, it festers, it explodes. And according to insiders, the moment of explosion has already happened, caught in whispers, leaks, and confrontations too dramatic to ignore. The first signs that something was truly wrong between Jim and Chrissy didn't come from tabloids or gossip blogs, it came from them. And in the world of celebrity relationships, that's always the most telling sign. It began with subtle shifts. For years, Chrissy was vocal, posting photos of her and Jim on Instagram, celebrating milestones, gushing about their bond. But recently, fans noticed the silence. No new couple selfies, no holiday posts together, no public displays of the ride-or-die love story they had once flaunted so proudly. And then things escalated. In a no-deleted post, Chrissy shared a cryptic caption. At some point, love isn't enough. Actions matter more than words. The internet exploded. Fans flooded the comments, demanding answers. Was she talking about Jim? Was the fairy tale finally unraveling? Within hours, the post vanished, but the damage was done. Screenshots spread like wildfire, fueling speculation that their 14-year relationship was hanging by a thread. But the real bombshell came weeks later. During a heated Instagram Live, Jim was seen partying late at night surrounded by women, laughing, dancing, and clearly intoxicated. While there was nothing explicitly incriminating in the clip, fans dissected every frame. One woman appeared to whisper in his ear. Another draped her arm around him casually. The comments section went berserk. At Dipset Queen, where's Chrissy? This is who you spend your nights with. At Tea Time Blog, not Jim Walden on live, while Chrissy out here posting about loyalty. The clip trended for days, and while Jim brushed it off as just having fun, insiders claimed Chrissy was furious. According to one source allegedly close to her, she felt humiliated. After everything she sacrificed, after standing by him through thick and thin. Seeing him like that in front of the whole world, it was like a slap in the face. It was like a slap in the face. But the drama didn't end there. Whispers began circulating that Chrissy had confronted Jim in private over the incident. And the fight was explosive. Neighbors reportedly overheard shouting, doors slamming. And one line that sent chills through fans once leaked online, 14 years, Jim, 14 years, and this is what I get. The phrase spread like wildfire, turning into a trending hashtag. Hashtag 14years. Fans couldn't believe it. Was this really the end? Had the couple who'd survived reality TV drama, family feuds, and endless public scrutiny finally hit the wall? Then came the first twist. And it was far darker than anyone expected, because just as fans were pointing fingers at Jim for his behavior, leaked text messages surfaced online, supposedly between Jim and an unknown woman. Screenshots showed flirty exchanges, late-night check-ins. And one message that read, "Chrissy, don't gotta know everything. Keep it low." The internet lost its mind. Blogs plastered the screenshots everywhere. Twitter exploded with outrage. Supporters of Chrissy demanded justice. Some fans even tagged her in posts, urging her to leave him. But here's the shocking part. Chrissy didn't deny the rumors. She didn't rush to defend Jim. Instead, she posted another cryptic message on her Instagram story. "Sometimes silence says more than words ever could." The implication was devastating. To many fans, it was confirmation that the cheating rumors were true, that after 14 years of loyalty, Chrissy had been betrayed. But then, another twist turned the entire story upside down. Because while the internet painted Jim as the villain, new whispers began circulating about Chrissy herself. According to a leaked insider report, Chrissy had been spotted in Miami, cozying up to a mysterious businessman during a late-night dinner. Paparazzi photos showed her smiling, leaning in close, looking far more comfortable than you'd expect for a business meeting. The narrative flipped. Suddenly, fans were questioning whether both sides had been keeping secrets. Was Jim unfaithful? Was Chrissy retaliating? Or was this relationship already broken long before the public realized? The betrayal, the cryptic posts, the leaks, everything pointed to a relationship on the edge of collapse. And yet, despite the rumors, Jim and Chrissy remained silent. No interviews, no official statements, just a people surrounded by a storm of speculation, each leaving breadcrumbs of heartbreak for fans to interpret. But the silence didn't calm the storm, it made it worse. Because just when fans thought they had, the story figured out that this was simply a case of infidelity and betrayal. Another revelation surfaced that proved the split wasn't just about cheating, partying, or public embarrassment. It was about something much deeper, something that had been festering in the shadows for years. And when that truth finally leaked, it painted their entire 14-year love story in a whole new light. The cheating rumors alone could have destroyed Jim and Chrissy's relationship. But what came next wasn't just betrayal, it was a revelation so explosive that fans began questioning whether their entire 14-year love story had been built on shaky ground from the very beginning. The escalation began when a gossip site released a so-called exclusive insider leak. The headline read, "Jim and Chrissy, the secret that couldn't stay hidden any longer." Inside were claims that Chrissy's long-standing frustrations weren't only about marriage. According to anonymous sources, Chrissy allegedly discovered hidden financial dealings connected to Jim dealings that not only betrayed her trust, but may have threatened her own stability, the leak claimed. Chrissy had been quietly covering debts, stepping in to protect Jim's brand, and even bailing him out of sticky business situations without fans ever knowing. One insider told the outlet, Chrissy wasn't just his girlfriend, she was his safety net. But eventually she realized she was giving everything and getting nothing back. The internet went wild. Was Chrissy not just betrayed emotionally, but financially drained as well? Fans started piecing together moments from their TV history. Old clips resurfaced where Chrissy angrily confronted Jim about money, responsibility, and the future. Suddenly, those heated arguments looked less like reality TV drama and more like glimpses of a deeper problem. And then came the reveal that truly shook the fandom. Leaked documents circulating on Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram appeared to show Chrissy's name tied to several business ventures under Jim's umbrella. If real, it meant Chrissy wasn't just supporting him emotionally. She had been entangled financially for years. One fan summarized the betrayal in a viral tweet @LoveNDRama. She gave him 14 years. Her heart, her loyalty, and apparently her money too. And this is how he repays her. Unreal. But the escalation didn't stop there. A second wave of leaks hit social media just days later. This time, the target wasn't Jim&, was Chrissy. Paparazzi photos emerged of her Miami trip, this time clearer, sharper, and far more intimate. Chrissy was seen holding hands with the same mysterious businessman previously linked to her. They weren't sitting across from each other at a dinner table. This time they were leaving a hotel lobby together, laughing with his arm around her waist. The photos sparked absolute chaos. Was Chrissy truly moving on already? Or was this her retaliation for Jim's rumored betrayal? Twitter erupted into factions at DIPSET for life. So she's been playing victim while sneaking around. Nah, Chrissy, foul for this. At Chrissy serves better. 14 years wasted. If she's finally done, let her be done. Jim lost her long before Miami. The back and forth was brutal. Some fans accused Chrissy of hypocrisy. Others defended her fiercely, saying, after waiting 14 years for a wedding that never came, she had every right to walk away. But here's where the shocking reveal shattered everything. A new anonymous account, Truth in Harlem Dash, appeared, claiming to be someone close enough to know the real story. Their first tweet read, "Y'all think this is just cheating? Y'all think this is just marriage talk? No, Jim and Chrissy's breakup is about something way bigger and way darker." The account dropped a thread alleging that Jim and Chrissy's split wasn't only about personal issues. It was tied to family betrayal, according to the posts. Chrissy had grown increasingly resentful of Jim's family dynamics, specifically Mama Joan's ongoing interference. The thread claimed Chrissy had recently given Jim an ultimatum: choose between building a real marriage with her or continuing to let his family dictate their lives. And, allegedly, Jim chose his mother. The claim spread like wildfire. Fans immediately remembered the infamous clashes between Chrissy and Mama Jones on Love and Hip Hop. Old clips of their screaming matches went viral again, with captions like, "This was the beginning of the end." One fan tweeted, "at reality check. Imagine giving 14 years of your life only to lose to your mother-in-law." Chrissy deserved so much better. The family betrayal angle reframed everything. The cheating rumors, the financial whispers, the Miami photos, they were dramatic. But this was tragic. Fans now believed Chrissy had been fighting not just for Jim's loyalty, but for a place in his life that was never fully hers. And when Jim was cornered about the rumors by paparazzi outside a New York restaurant, his vague response only fueled the fire. He shrugged, muttered no comment, and got into his car. That silence screamed louder than words. Chrissy, meanwhile, posted one final cryptic message on her Instagram story. 14 years. I gave it everything. At some point, enough is enough. Fans knew then it was real. The breakup wasn't just gossip. It wasn't just speculation. It was happening. But just when the public thought they had uncovered the whole truth, one final twist loomed on the horizon. Because if insiders are to be believed, there's a secret reason behind Jim and Chrissy's split that has yet to fully surface, and it's even darker, even messier, and even more heartbreaking than everything revealed so far. And when that truth comes out, it may not just rewrite their love story, may burn it to the ground. When Theramores finally solidified into whispers of truth, the public and industry reaction was nothing short of explosive. Jim and Chrissy weren't just a couple. They were cultural fixtures. Their breakup after 14 years of love felt like the collapse of a monument that fans thought could never fall. Twitter turned into a digital battleground within hours. Loyal fans who had rooted for them from day one were devastated. One heartbroken supporter wrote, at Team Chrissy, "I watched them fight, cry, love, and stay together through it all. 14 years. Can't believe it's over." Others lashed out in anger, pointing fingers at Jim. At Loyalty Matters, she gave him everything: time, love, loyalty, even money, and he couldn't give her a ring. Jim failed Chrissy. But the opposite side came just as strong, with fans defending Jim and blaming Chrissy. At Dipsa Tradiorti, let's be real, Chrissy knew who. Jim was from the start. 14 years, and she still wanted him to change. That's on her. The hashtag 14 years gone started trending, with thousands of users sharing their favorite clips of the couple from Love and Hip Hop. Old videos of Chrissy's emotional proposal resurfaced, and fans couldn't stop pointing out the tragic irony she had asked for a lifetime and ended up with heartbreak. Industry figures were quick to jump into the conversation. A fellow Love and Hip Hop alum tweeted, "This one hits hard. We all saw their love, their fights, their bond. Sometimes even the strongest couples can't survive the pressure." Meanwhile, a popular R&B singer hinted at taking sides. 14 years and no wedding. Ladies, let this be a lesson. Don't waste your time waiting for a man who won't commit. Other celebs, however, played it safe, offering vague platitudes like sending love to both Jim and Chrissy. But the truth was, behind the scenes, insiders whispered that many in the industry weren't surprised. The tabloids smelled blood in the water. Headlines screamed across covers. 14 years down the drain, Jim and Chrissy call it quits. From Ride or Die to Bye Bye, inside the split that shook reality TV. Was Mama Jones the real reason they couldn't last? Talk shows replayed the leaked clips, the cryptic Instagram posts, and the Miami photos on loop. Every gossip panel had the same question. Was this breakup about cheating, family, money, or all of the above? One entertainment host summed it up bluntly. The truth is, Jim and Chrissy's love story was a ticking time bomb. And it finally went off. Behind the glitz of public reaction, the industry started calculating the fallout. Jim's image took a major hit. Blogs ran with the unfaithful partner narrative. And promoters began worrying whether the scandal would affect ticket sales for his shows. Chrissy, meanwhile, found herself being courted by talk show producers. Cute book her first post-breakup tell-all interview. Rumors swirled that Chrissy might land her own spin-off series centered on her moving forward without Jim. The idea split fans. Some cheered for her independence, while others accused her of cashing in on heartbreak. Meanwhile, Dipset fans were vocal too, with some defending Jim, insisting that his personal life shouldn't overshadow his legacy in hip-hop. But others admitted that the scandal left a stain that was hard to ignore. Perhaps the most powerful reaction came from ordinary fans who had built their own sense of hope around Jim and Chrissy's story. For many, they weren't just reality stars, they were proof that long-term love could survive anything. Now, those same fans were left questioning everything. One emotional Instagram comment summed it up perfectly. If Jim and Chrissy couldn't make it, what chance do the rest of us have? But not everyone was sad. Some critics celebrated the split, claiming Chrissy was finally free to move on. One viral TikTok with millions of views showed a montage of her best reality TV moments, ending with the caption, "Sis deserves peace." As the reactions poured in, one chilling detail emerged that reignited the chaos. An anonymous source told a popular blog that Chrissy wasn't done talking. According to the source, Chrissy was preparing to tell her side of the story, and when she did, fans would finally understand the real reason for the breakup. The blog teased, if you thought the Miami photos and the cheating groomers were shocking, just wait. Chrissy has the receipts and she's ready to use them. The public went into a frenzy. What receipts? What secrets? And was Chrissy about to detonate a bombshell that would not only end her relationship but permanently damage Jim's reputation? Stage was set for one final twist, one that could take this breakup from sad to scandalous in an instant. Just when the breakup seemed like a tragic but predictable end to a long and complicated love story, the final twist hit hand. It turned the entire narrative upside down. It began when Chrissy made her first cryptic post after weeks of silence. No selfies, no captions of heartbreak. Just a single photo, A manila folder sitting on a glass table stamped with the word confidential. The caption, 14 years. Here's the truth. The internet erupted. Fans were convinced Chrissy was about to unleash the receipts she had been hinting at. Screenshots of the post spread across every platform within minutes, sparking a frenzy of theories. Then came the leaks. An anonymous account tagged Harlem Recips suddenly appeared on Twitter, claiming to have direct access to Chrissy's evidence. Their first tweet, Jim and Chrissy's breakup, wasn't about cheating. It wasn't about Mama Jones. It was about a deal gone wrong, and she has the proof. Attached was a blurry photo of what looked like a contract with Jim's signature. The caption suggested Jim had secretly signed over rights to a joint business without telling Chrissy and allegedly left her financially exposed. Fans were stunned. Was this the real betrayal? Not infidelity, not family drama, but money. Within hours, blogs picked up the story. Some claimed Jim had drained joint investments for side projects. Others whispered that Chrissy had discovered hidden debts under her name. And then, like gasoline on fire, more alleged screenshots, surface texts showing Chrissy confronting. Jim, Chrissy, how could you put my name on something I never agreed to? 14 years and you still don't respect me. Yo, you said you trusted me. That's all I needed. The texts, real or fake, spread like wildfire. Fans took sides immediately. At Justice for Chrissy, she gave her whole life to this man and he signed her into debt. I'm sick. Dipset forever. This is cap. Fake screenshots. Jim ain't dumb enough to do that. But the biggest bombshell was still to come. Chrissy returned to Instagram with a video message. She didn't cry. She didn't scream. Her voice was steady, almost icy, as she said, "People want to know why I walked away after 14 years. The truth is, love wasn't enough. Respect wasn't there. Loyalty wasn't there. And when I found out what I found out, realized I had to save myself before it was too late." The comments section went nuclear. Celebrities chimed in, fans flooded with support, and Jim, he stayed silent. But then, a final chilling twist that same night. Another anonymous account dropped a video-grainy security footage allegedly showing Jim meeting with a business associate in a hotel lobby. In the clip, Jim could be heard saying, "Chrissy will never find out. She thinks she's my partner, but she's not. She's just along for the ride." This clip spread like wildfire. Authentic or not, it was damning. Fans felt betrayed, furious, heartbroken. But the most shocking part wasn't the clip itself. It was what came after. At Harlem Receipts posted one last cryptic tweet. "This is just Phase 1. The full story hasn't dropped yet. When it does, Jim's entire empire will crumble." Stay tuned. The tweet left fans in a frenzy. What else was hidden? What more could Chrissy or her allies be holding back? Was this just the start of a much bigger scandal? And so the breakup of Jim and Chrissy didn't end with heartbreak, ended with a cliffhanger. 14 years of love weren't just gone. They were detonated, leaving behind rumors, betrayal, financial secrets, and a looming promise that the worst was yet to come. The only question now, when the final truth comes out, will it destroy Jim alone? Or will it take Chrissy down with him? And there you have it, 14 years of loyalty, passion, fights, reconciliations, and promises, crumbling into betrayal, secrets, and shocking receipts. Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin weren't just another couple, they were reality TV royalty. The love story fans believed could survive anything. But now, that story has been rewritten with cryptic posts, leaked contracts, whispered betrayals, and one final chilling promise. This is only phase 1, so now we turn the question to you. Do you believe Jim betrayed Chrissy financially after years of loyalty? Was she right to finally walk away, or should she have stayed after everything they've already survived? Do you think Chrissy's mysterious Miami sightings mean she had already moved on long before the breakup? And here's the biggest question. What do you think the so-called Phase 2 reveal will expose? Will it end Jim's career? Or will it reveal secrets about Chrissy too? Drop your theories in the comments below. This debate is going to divide fans just as deeply as their relationship did. If you're shocked by this story and want to know every detail the moment it breaks, hit that like button right now. Smash subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter of this unraveling love story. Because trust me, when those final receipts drop, it's going to make everything you've just heard look small in comparison. And don't forget to turn on notifications. Because the next time Jim or Chrissy breaks their silence, or when the next leak explodes online, you'll want to be the very first to know. This isn't just the end, but relationship bits, the unraveling of a 14-year empire, and the fallout. It's only just beginning.